back to our YouTube channel. I am Dr. Sarita Sanke, a dermatologist and cosmetologist at Yashoda Cosmetic. So friends, today in this video, we will be discussing about the non-surgical facelift alternatives. Now, what is a facelift? Facelift, as the term says, facelift means it is lifting the face. Now, before understanding the concept of facelift, it's necessary for you to understand the layers of the skin. Now, the skin comprises of few layers: epidermis, dermis, the fat layer and the muscle layer, and then comes the bone layer. So when we talk about facelift, it's necessary that we target all these four areas, that is the epidermis, dermis, the fat layer and the muscle layer. Only when we target these four layers, then we will achieve the required results of a facial lift. Now, these days, many people come to us and tell they don't want this line. So this line is the nasolabial line, and here we get one more line, and sometimes many people get a jowl. So depending on the age of the patient, the sagginess of the face, it varies. Maybe in your late 20s or early 30s, the sagginess is very minimal. But as you progress in your age, maybe in the 40s, 50s and the 60s, the sagginess increases. Now, this sagginess of the face is because of gravity, and we cannot prevent them. And it is also because our muscles, they become little lax, they become loose, and that's why your face starts sagging down. So it's very necessary that we do certain procedures to lift the face, to regain the normal original contour of the face. So for this, we have various options available, and these options can be used based on the age of the patient. So we have options like radio frequency, we have certain lasers like ablative lasers or non-ablative lasers. Then we have the ultrasound technology like with machines like Thermage or HIFU. And then we have certain minimally invasive procedures like thread lift or fillers. Apart from this, there are surgical options, but the surgical options are done by a plastic surgeon. So when we come to these various options, it will depend on what is your age and what is the degree of your sagging. If it is very minimal and if your age is less, we can opt for options like maybe lasers, 4D clear lift, or maybe ablative lasers like CO2 laser or erbium YAG laser, which will give you a minimal lift. Apart from this, if you want a deeper penetration or a deeper lift or a more prominent lift of the face, then we can go for radio frequency. There are several machines available that utilizes the radio frequency. It's basically when we use radio frequency, the heat generated, it targets either the fat layer or the muscle layer, and it leads to the tightening of these tissues. And then we have the ultrasound technology, which is very popular these days, like the high intensity focused ultrasound or Thermage machines or UL therapy. So these target the muscular layer. When we target the muscular layer, we get a very prominent lift in the face. And apart from this, the thread lifts. Thread lifts can be COG threads or the PDO threads. And these thread lift procedures are minimally invasive. By minimally invasive, I mean that we have to insert certain needles, maybe at these points, and we might have to give you local anesthesia. Once we give the anesthesia, we have to insert the threads internally inside your facial structure. It's usually in the hypodermis or the fat layer. And once we insert that, we just pull it out. That will give you an instant result or instant lift of the face. And in fillers, what we do is, fillers are pre-filled syringes, and we give the fillers at certain prominent points of the face, which results in lifting of the face. So yes, so these are the basic procedures that can be done to achieve a lifting of the face. When you visit your dermatologist, the dermatologist will assess your face, your facial contour, what is the extent of the facial sagging, and based on that, they will guide you as to which procedure is better for you. So this is about facelift. If you have any other further questions or queries, please write on this comment box and we'll be happy to answer you. Please subscribe us for knowing more about cosmetology and dermatology.